It's me, Joe the Box.
And this is John the Blanket at the America First podcast at the America First Warehouse. Tuesdays at 11. It's one of the best podcasts. We're hoping we get some new viewers and watchers, so spread the word. Let's have some fun.
Johnny boy, the viewership is going through the roof. You just passed the beautiful Lisa Azzarelli, who is really our study, right? We go to lean on her for everything and for the information and some other great stuff and words of wisdom. How you doing, Lisa?
Thank you, Joe. So happy to be here on the panel today. I love my America First Warehouse.
And right next to me is KDJ. Everybody knows who he is. He's crushing it on Friday nights here at the Warehouse. KDJ, what's going down?
Not much. Thanks for having me, gentlemen. Always a pleasure to be back. A lot of stuff going on, a lot of lies going on in the media. We probably should jump into some of this. I'm sure we're gonna. This animal shooting up a building in Manhattan, and well, actually, there's mass shootings all over the joint, mass stabbings. I don't know if it seems to me that some of this might be oddly timed. If not, it's just suspect.
Was it probably a white guy? Is that what it was?
No, we're gonna get to that. Listen, it's not. It's not what you see. It's not real. It's all fake. And here's what happens when you're late. You get sequestered into the Democratic war room. Freddie Rubino, you're in trouble. How come?
I feel so alone and by myself now.
There you are. You're in the Democratic war room, what we call Studio 6C, because we moved up. We got a new studio. We keep adding them A, B, and C.
He loves that room.
He does like it. Freddie, are you still with us? We had you for a second. There you
Yes,
go.
yes.
What's happening, brother? Where you been and what's going on?
Well, I think French doors would really open this studio up a lot. So I'm thinking of redecorating. I'm looking forward to commenting on all the big issues today. And great to be at the America First Warehouse, even though it's only Studio C. It's still the most patriotic studio in all the land.
But you are close to us in our hearts, Freddie. I mean, you're far away, but you're still here.
There's not a moment or a situation. We love the America First movement. I've been very busy running around to these different PACs and these different organizations that are now starting to reach out to the America First Warehouse for some of our support. We have the big boy truck out there, Johnny boy. I had parked my bike out in front of the Westchester Country Club during the Perks event, which was Lisa, I'm telling you, I wish I had grabbed a hold of this. The Patriots have a very good relationship with Perk, and it's the parental protection that comes out of California. And they are considering, and actually I think they've decided to make us an official chapter for Perk, and that's for parental rights. So you know a lot about that, right, Lisa?
Yeah, we know that definitely California, there have been a tremendous passage of rights that violate, a tremendous passage of laws that violate parental rights. And they're always snuck in there in a way that makes it seem as though it's for inclusivity or so that it's for tolerance or so that it's to expand rights when in actuality it reduces rights. Yeah, and California has a big, big problem with that.
That's the way it rolls around here. Now, listen, Kevin, you're biting at the bit. I know it. You came out of the box. You want to talk about New York shitty. Let me know what's happening. What do you got?
Well, a lot of stuff going on. No one knows what's real and what's fake. First, we heard there was CNN said possibly a white guy. Let me just say they said that because they want to perpetuate this myth that most mass shootings are committed by white men. I'm here to tell you, and I know you might be shocked, they're not. They're not. A mass shooting, 4 more people shot, not including the shooter, in a fluid situation. When you go by that definition, that means every Saturday night there's a little gangbanger fest going on in Detroit, Baltimore, all the usual toilet towns where you would expect this. So they just want you to believe that this is a white person thing. It's not. And they're always going to try to pin MAGA if they can. There's no possible MAGA here. There are a lot of questions. I'm hearing he was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He was nutty to the squirrel droppings. Why did he have a concealed pistol license? I heard he had one of those. I don't know. There's still so much nonsense going out there. We don't really know. We don't yet know. But, of course, they're inundating us with information. All we know is he's dead. We're pretty sure he's dead. He killed himself.
He looked like he was dead on the floor next to the gun when I saw it. Now, Fred Rubino, you don't like these crazy guys that are carrying the guns and trying to kill us and kill Israel and Americans. What's going on in Jersey? You're in a safe place.
Well, I could tell you right now that I'm white most of the year. So now they always say that the biggest threat to the United States, Biden said it, Kamala said it, were white supremacists. So now it seems that white supremacists are bringing in black shooters from out of town to do their bidding, it seems. But if you look at this guy's picture, he's definitely not white. And it looks like he's a part Asian. It looks like he has some Asian in him, which accounts for him not being able to park the BMW in front of the building that well. So I think that there's a lot to this. We'll never hear it. If he has a manifesto, we'll never see it. And only when it is against middle-class white Americans do you see the whole story come out. Otherwise, you will never see it. It's always a cover-up. The Democratic Party is the cover-up party.
Well, the big cities, and Tom Homan's all annoyed and mad. He's going to go in there and clean house on these sanctuary cities. But, you know, when you think about going into Manhattan to go see a play, to go see a concert, or to go see a game, I was in there this weekend, only a few blocks from where the shooting took place. You know, I follow Jesus and my Lord, so I know my calling is when it's ever going to be there. But it's pretty scary to be in a place you want to go to enjoy, and it's not safe.
I understand that Cincinnati is also a beautiful city to stay. And see that? Some of the beatings that were going on, they're beating up people. And I saw that flick the other day where it was every one of them repeating, it's white supremacists, it's white supremacists, it's white supremacists. I've heard that all the way through, and every time I toss and turn, where is it? You know what? Maybe it's me. Maybe it's Stuart Rhodes who's going to be on the show in just a couple of more minutes. These are the J6s that stood up for that. No violence. We're not a violent. MAGA's not violent. MAGA's peaceful, smart, and good looking, right, Lisa?
Well, I'll say this much regarding the shooter, Shane Tamura. 27 years old. He has his history in Las Vegas, apparently, and a history of mental illness was documented. What's interesting is how he did it. So, as Fred said, he parks his car and proceeds to walk quite a distance with the firearm exposed, 6 p.m. at night. So it's the end of the workday, and struts into this building. Apparently, it seems that he had a vengeance against the NFL, in which the headquarters were in that building, that he had possibly tried out for a position and was declined. So this gets even more mysterious as we go on, because, you know, a lot of the sports has a majority of black athletes, and these types of incidents are terrible examples of really what should be expected and respected of that community. So another poor showing, not needed, and we're going to find out more, I guess, as it unfolds.
Maybe if he tried out for the women's flag football team, he would have made that team, and everybody would have been safe.
Pay me what I'm worth. Pay me what they wear to the NBA, WNBA. Pay me what you owe me. Remember that?
I don't know what stupid shirt they were wearing, but I got to tell you, I really haven't paid much attention to sports. I just don't. But I did see. I used to. I love sports. My kids all played sports.
Yeah.
We played sports.
Loved
Our
it.
dad coached
Football
us.
every Sunday.
What an American life, and to watch this destroyed. So I don't watch it, but I did catch. Lisa, you might like this. The women's NBA, and boy, was that brutal. It's turning into women's hockey, I think, because Caitlin, whatever her name is there.
Yeah,
right.
Caitlin.
And then the one that was a woman that was arrested into Russia, Kevin. I don't know if you got any great comments about this one over here. The man girl that's in the NBA. So pushing in the face, elbowing. I mean, some serious great shots. I've never thought it was an exciting sport, but lately I've been finding it
Yeah,
interesting.
if you want to watch some fun, watch that Caitlin Clark and their team. She's got some other team members that stand up for her as well, and some elbows in there to get back at them. She is one of the greatest players in the women's sport and the women's basketball. Pleasure to watch.
You know what's terrifying, though? No one watches this sport. They finally get someone to make it popular. She happens to be white and straight, so they're going to beat the potato salad out of her and just gut their own industry. Just gut it. I was listening to, can't remember her name because I don't follow women's basketball. A black woman, retired, said they used to really beat me up just for being straight. I can't imagine being straight and white. This is never going to end. And if nothing else, it's bringing eyes to the sport, to the game that no one had ever really watched before.
Right, that's where I think it's at. Now, Freddie, you play a lot of sports, don't you?
Yes, I do. And I got to say, it is the most boring sport in the world, women's basketball. First of all, if they're not, maybe if there was a Hooters team for that, then, you tune in. But most of them are, you can't tell if they're a man or a woman, very masculine. Nobody wants to see it. I mean, even Joe Biden, catatonic, didn't blink for 10 minutes. Even he wouldn't watch women's basketball. He would get up and wander off. So they have a great player. Embrace her, and maybe you'll make a little more money instead of being racist towards her. The NFL used to put Black Lives Matter. Maybe the WNBA should say White Lives Matter.
Johnny, you got something hot. I know it.
Well, I was just thinking there was a movie I seen years ago where it was a guy that dressed like a girl, played in the women's basketball thing. I don't remember the name of it. I'm not looking to promote it. But in the women's basketball league, they can't dunk. They can't dunk because they're not allowed to, or because they're not capable of jumping that high. What's the outcome? Anybody know that?
Well, I think a woman can do almost everything that a man could do, but don't want to put him in danger, and that's what's most important to me. We're going to come back in a couple of seconds with segment 2, and we're going to try and find something humorous that Trump always does, because he always makes me laugh one time a week. You got 3 minutes to think about it.
Corrupt judges, broken families, families torn apart. This isn't justice. If you've been wronged by the system, join us. Don't stand alone. Hi, I'm Gary Jacobs, president of Americans for Legal Reform. We're the oldest legal reform group in the United States. The justice system in the United States should be transparent, fair, and open to everybody and accessible. Unfortunately, many times that's not the case. At Americans for Legal Reform, we are here to help. Join the movement. Visit AmericansForLegalReform.com and help reform the system before it fails you.
Hi, my name is Elena Ruseva, aka Megalangela. Please check my art at www.megalangela.vip.
The America First Ultra MAGA Store. For all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic America First retail store. The America First Ultra MAGA Store.
The Queens Village Republican Club is America's oldest Republican club, founded in 1875. Situated in President Trump's hometown in Queens, New York, we are America First MAGA Republicans, empowering fellow Republicans to get involved in the game of politics at the grassroots level. We host inspiring monthly club meetings on the first Thursday of each month at 8 p.m. For more information, please go to our website at www.qvgop.org.
It's Tuesday here at the America First Warehouse. I am Joe the Box.
And I'm John the Blanket.
Freddie Rubino here from the America First Warehouse, coming to you live, the most patriotic venue in the land.
Welcome to Right for America.
I'm James Justice. We got Stephen Ruth over here. What are we doing, Steve? Fighting!
Welcome to Tune In Tuesday of the Patriots Podcast, live streaming every Tuesday night at 7:30.
Another edition of On the Right Side here, and you can catch us weekly, Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.
And welcome to Liberty's Cage, where we rip the veil off America's broken justice system. Prisons that crush spirits, courts that bend to power, and a society that shuns people who have paid their price.
Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Kevin Downey Jr. podcast. Be free, stay free.
Oh my goodness gracious. I got to tell you, my hat's off to the team upstairs. I just saw that little advertisement about the podcast, pounding them out. We got so many great things happening here at the warehouse. It's very impossible to stay on top of it. one of the topics I'd like to bring up for this next segment is some of the funnier things. I mean, listen, it's so serious last night with the murders and with the Cincinnati and every square inch that we turn. But every once in a while, there's something that Trump does that makes you laugh. I love, for me, I just love what he does in these press conferences when he totally slams the fake news. Does anybody find that humorous?
I had saw him, I think this week he went down to inspect the building for the Fed. They had made arrangements for a beautiful upstairs top of the floor, and everybody can hang out there. What a waste of money. So they couldn't get anywhere with it until Trump said, I'm going to go down there personally and view it, just like he did his whole life. He's managed buildings and buildings, and he was walking through, and they, Jerome Powell was next to him, was a little pouty face, and one of the reporters had asked him, you did a lot of buildings in your life, Mr. Trump. What happens to somebody when it goes over, that person, when it goes over the budget? He goes, in this kind of business, I would fire him. And there was Powell's face. It was hilarious, man. That was a good one.
That was great.
I mean, you're talking about $2.5 billion
over
for
budget.
a renovation. $2.5 billion, and they're crying about Social Security possibly running out. Well, I think Jerome Powell needs perhaps to relook at what he's doing because he's supposed to be the economic advisor, or ahead of the Fed anyway.
He's got to go. He's making it difficult for all of us.
Yeah, it might be time for him to go fishing. It might be time to say goodbye, Jerome, and head out, get your fishing pole, get a little boat, and have fun, Fredo. And we'll take it from here. You go catch a fish.
You're not thinking that they recommended he go swim in the lake behind Obama's house. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, something happened with that, too. It was only 2 inches of water. How the hell's a guy like that drowned? It was in shallow water, and Obama was there. So the story changed.
Well, not funny now, because we're going to turn over, because I like the way this conversation is going, because the truth is coming out, and it's so ugly, and it all points to Obama. Obama's the one who started the whole campaign against Trump, right? He with the Russia hoax, and then we understand that now Hillary Clinton has jumped on board right after that, creating the phony dossier as it continued to go and go. They hindered Trump's first term. Look what this man has done this term right here. It's mind-blowing to me. It incentivized me to run my business the right way, like he is doing. We don't want to spend more than we make. We have to stay within the rules. We have to give quality product every time. Do you understand? This is where America is going to be run from now on. It's not going to be run by a bunch of hypocritical liars that all they care about is for their own. And they killed my brother's son with poison. They've killed hundreds and thousands of Americans with their shit decisions. I'm sorry to say that.
The corruption is in every department you look at, every single thing that's going on, and the money that they saved, and the income that's coming in through the tariffs from our greatest president ever. Said something about I don't know if it's true, but maybe there'll be some money sent back to the people that paid in taxes based on your income. I should be rich after that then.
Johnny, I think it's a good way to lean. I think it's a good way to feel. And let's promote it here. Kevin, how you doing, buddy? What's new? You got something cooking between those ears.
I saw the best video ever. So Trump's obviously throwing people out of the country. He locked the borders, and he was standing next to the Keir Starmer. He's the prime minister in The Globalist. He's prime minister of England, and a woman from the British press says, Mr. Prime Minister, Mr. Trump makes it look so easy to lock up the border and to kick out the illegal immigrants. It looks pretty easy, don't it? And another would say, well, why didn't you do it? Well, it's a different situation. That's a different thing. Well, they're letting people in. They can't take us over unless they have an invading army, folks. That's why they're flooding the borders. That's why Biden did, and that's why Keir Starmer is still doing it. And now, in England, their new thing is all the police stations of England have joined up, and they're going after people with naughty memes about all these invaders, and of course the rape epidemic. You can't say, hey, what's with all these rapists here, because they're going to come and get you. Instead of focusing on the border, remember they have the English Channel. You put a couple of naval ships there, you're probably going to keep people out, and maybe you just find people there and chuck them out, but they're chucking them in, and there's a reason for that. This is not an accident. This is an invasion and an attempted destruction of Western civilization.
Yeah, they have the same issues that we do here in our country. Their big cities are run by left-wing, crazy sanctuaries. So when Trump spoke for almost 2 hours with that prime minister, he explained to us that mayor in London, he's no good. He's that, and the UN the rep from them, please don't talk too bad about. He's my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what else Trump gave him? Gave him a map on what they have to do. Start drilling in these waters that you got around. You're in the richest seas on the planet. Trump would fix the British economy too, but you know what? He's our boy. He's going to stay with us. Now, Lisa, I know that there's a little pressure on you because what's funny, because you're so right on top of things and you're such an activist. So humor is not, that you often see, although you are pretty hilarious with your fin on the back of your car.
She's funny, but she makes us look smart, though, so.
Okay, I'll say this. This is what I'm finding quite hysterical. The Mamdani wedding. Okay, so we're talking about taxes. Okay, I'm going to go straight to it. We're talking about wasteful spending. And here, the shining boy of socialism that is in our New York City mayoral race is having a posh wedding at a Uganda compound in which the security there is wearing masks covered up and he is jamming cell phones as well so that no one can call out or call in, etc. The level of security is insane. He is marrying a 27-year-old artist, and they met. The engagement was back in February, and now they are this week, right now, engaging in this posh ceremony. So again, representing the true socialist behavior. This is what socialist dictators do. They tell you you will own nothing and be happy, and they themselves will live on compounds.
You know, Lisa, you totally blew me away. That was fantastic. What I was thinking about is if I asked Freddie to go first in front of you, that might have been a tough act to follow. But you know what? You proved me wrong. Freddie, did you find anything humorous this week?
Well, that's the first time, actually, the words Uganda and posh have ever been used together in a sentence. Okay? Listen, the reason why you do amass a lot of money in your life is that hopefully you can prevent yourself from ever having to go to Uganda. See, that's the goal. That's my goal in life. Never having to go to Uganda. To have enough money to say, hey, there's a big opportunity there. No thanks. I have enough money. And I had a wedding in Uganda.
You weren't invited anyway, Freddie.
Well, I think I would have been. But you know what? You have a wedding in Uganda. I could just see the chit-chat at the table. Have you tried the monkey brains? Oh, they're so tender. I had the zebra balls, and they were a little tough. What the hell is going on in this country? And I can tell you right now, you said that Obama blew your mind. I think that's the only thing Obama hasn't blown in the last couple of years is people's minds. So I think he came out with a statement, Obama, saying that children should have a gay friend. Did you see this? This is unbelievable. He says all male children should have a gay friend. Which, listen, you have a gay friend or you don't. You don't go looking for a gay friend, especially if you have a pet gerbil. Then I'm saying don't befriend a gay man. But otherwise, I think that the Uganda thing, I pray. That's my goal in life. Never to eat Spam and never go to Uganda. Those are my goals in life.
I think we can accomplish that for you. All right, so listen, we got a couple minutes left, 2.5 minutes left for this segment. We're really hoping to bring in Stewart Rhodes, a J6 prisoner for many years, what I understand, a paratrooper that served this country many times, and he'll be with us in 2 minutes. Now, I had tasked Lisa to do a little bit of investigation on Stewart Rhodes, and can you give us a little report on what you found about Stewart, who will be with us in segment 3 and 4?
Absolutely. Quite an interesting person. Stuart Rhodes is a former Yale-bred attorney. He is believed to be the founder of Oath Keepers. And what they are, if you check it, if you look it up, obviously you're going to get, first and foremost, a whole bunch of conspiracy theories regarding Oath Keepers, in which they are believed to be this militant group and what have you. However, deeper digging, it seems that the group has various interests and abilities within amongst their members, as far as safekeeping of their own rights. So it's always great to hear both sides of the story. Stuart Rhodes was convicted of seditious conspiracy and sentenced to 18 years in prison, in which he served 6, and he was pardoned by Trump in January.
He held his ground. He didn't plead out. And like him and most of these people that are from the J6 community, humble, regular guy, caring. They made the picture even when I first met him. Oh, my God, this guy's a badass. I better be careful He was as regular as you can get and sincere and loves this country just as the rest of the Patriots do.
I know that Stuart had some political ambitions earlier in his career. I think he even worked for one of the congressional members. I don't see him on the radio yet. Zoom call in. I just texted him. He'll come in. We've got some real good questions for him. We finished up this weekend spectacular style with the Jenny McComb road mission down in Texas. And I just got an update from Jenny and Gary. They're back safe in Texas. They're about 20 miles from the flood zones. They are filled with miracles every single day. I recommend you go in and look at that. Then we followed up Sunday with America in the Dark, which is all about how the government set us up at January 6th and how they lied. America in the Dark by Chris Carter. We're going to go to break. We'll be back with Stuart Rhodes.
Who broke the television?
Can we laugh at that? Sounds a little mean.
As of this month, public gay sex will now be mandatory.
Am I the only one that could see his lips move? Cheekbones, baby.
I'm sorry, maybe I overreacted.
Corporate transfer. Fine professional, moving and storage, and inventory management.
Welcome, everybody, to the Not So Newlywed Show, where 3 couples are going to compete for really great prizes. Okay, Donna, we asked Mike, who complained first on your honeymoon, you or him?
What do I think?
Yeah, what do you think?
I think he said.
Lisa, this ain't the SATs. Just tell us what. Donna, who complained first on the honeymoon?
I'm sure it was me, but I have no idea.
Shauna is right.
No, it's always me.
What celebrity would you pick for a one-day pass?
For me?
Yeah, for you, not for him.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon! Wow! Who do you hate the most on her side? That rotten no.
There are so many choices.
Thank you all, and thank you for coming out.
It's me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see, a symbol of unity. stands on free. In the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
Yo, yo, yo! Look at the sound room. All the boys working up there, cutting, pasting, putting things together. You did, Bill. You did it. You blew me away. Nice job.
Really nice.
Here we are back at the America First Warehouse. I am in communication with Stuart Rhodes on my phone, but we're gonna send him. I sent him the link again. Hopefully, he can figure it out. You know, he was in jail for almost 4 years and maybe didn't have the ability to turn on a computer. Hey, that was a funny one. Remember that, Kevin?
Yeah, Kathy Hochul said black kids don't even know what computers are.
And then
the guy made the video. The black guy just like jumping around like he's in the jungle. What is this? Tries to bite it. It's hilarious.
It is hilarious, and we are winning, right? You guys feel the winning? I feel like winning so strongly. Some of the things that really upset me, though, I want to bring to everybody's attention is the way they're attacking our police, the way they're attacking our border patrol agents, the way they're killing us. And we had recently in here Lou Talano, who brought in all of the police cars, and he has a book called The Cop Team, and it's about the 70s and cleaning up the city. And what I thought really amazing about this was this cover shot, which I think you can see right there. The cover shot is the police in the urinal at the precinct, and two of them are undercover. And they did a lot of great police work. The Broken Windows, Lou Talano's book, get it. You can get it here at the America First Warehouse. We have it online. And it's the story of how the Broken Windows and how he helped support and clean up New York City at a time when we really needed it. Another great man I met, and Johnny, you can attest to this as well, is Peter Tinkton. Peter Tinkton is a friend of Donald Trump, speaks to Donald Trump every single day. We had the opportunity to meet with him at the Be America PAC in Washington, D.C.
Spoke a lot of truths.
Okay, we're jumping. The only thing I want to say about this book, I loved it. It was very good, but the critics said it was a little biased. And I had brought that to Peter's attention.
Well, he said, you want the truth, listen to him. He spoke very well.
Listen, bring him right in right away. We have our special guest on the phone with us in his car doing his thing. Stuart Rhodes, God bless you, brother. We're so happy to have you. Can you hear us? How you doing? Where are you right now? Can you hear us?
He's a little frozen.
Oh, my goodness.
Driving around.
He's probably down in Texas in that flood zone where we lost almost, no cell service, no nothing. I know that Jenny McComb now. She married the great man, Doug, who's very supportive with her, and Gary's helping him down in Texas. And I know Stuart Rhodes was down there because he cares. He's an American patriot. Try and get him back on, please. It's very important to us. But I do want to talk a little bit more about him. I do know that he was I don't think he was in the Capitol. Unlike.
I think I'm back.
Hey, Stuart, there you go, brother.
Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing?
We are so happy to have you on the show. Even if you're frozen, we can hear your words, and that's what's more important to us than anything.
Awesome. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm in rural Texas. We're doing disaster relief, and it's just spotty reception out here.
No, I know, because Texas was blown away by the terrible storm and stuff. We had a great friend of yours and ours, Jenny McCombs, here with Gary McBride. Spent the day talking about Dallas and talking about Texas and the flood. Are you there helping?
Yes, sir. I've been here on the ground since just 2 days after the flood happened. I got down here as fast as I could, dove in, along with Larry Brock, another J6er. That's a retired Air Force colonel, A-10 pilot. Him and I came down and jumped right in with search and rescue, along with some men from Doc Chambers' organization.
This is an incredible thing, Lisa. I think we're all aware of what's happening in Texas. That this flood that went 30 feet and washed away the Mystic home for the children. I cry every time I see it. Well, when Ginny was here talking about it, because it was only July 4th was a few weeks ago when we were trying to build awareness to the J6 Road Home. Now it is the Road Ministries down there, and they're supplying homes for people there. I think they're even going to supply $10 million worth of trailers and campers.
And prefab houses, actually. One of our guys, another J6er, in fact, from Colorado, does prefab homes, and he's He's volunteered to come down here and help build the homes. So long as we get donors that'll pay for them. Yeah.
Now, Stuart, just a little bit of history on you. You're such a badass with that eye patch. I remember seeing you. Johnny was commenting it too, when he saw you at the house down in D.C. when you first came out. A little bit people, a little bit intimidating. Now, intimidation comes from years of service to our great country as well. I mean, tremendous confidence. How many airplanes have you jumped out of? That's my first question. My second question is, I don't think you were in the Capitol on January 6th, but they still arrested you, one of the first ones. Am I correct on that?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was a paratrooper in the Army, long-range reconnaissance, airborne scout, out of helicopters and planes. But yeah, on J6, we were there to do security, and I didn't even enter the building. But because we were Oath Keepers, we were targeted for the false narrative. They wanted to make it so President Trump couldn't run again. They wanted to distract America from what they had done. They had pulled a coup in 2020. I call it the COVID coup. They used COVID as their excuse. But to cover for that, they had to project onto us what they were doing. They were the ones that were in open insurrection all summer long in 2020, and then they stole the election. But they want to project onto us. We were anti-coup, counter-coup. So yes, it's all a bunch of demonization and smear job against President Trump and the entire MAGA movement.
Well, Oath Keepers sounds like a group of bad guys that they make and portray for everybody to be afraid of. But what are the Oath Keepers? Are they military, police, or can anybody become a member? Can I become a member of the Oath Keepers at all, or how does that work?
I'm sorry, you broke up. What was that question?
We just wanted to know what does it take to be an Oath Keeper? Can anybody be an Oath Keeper?
Well, to be a full member, you have to be prior service, military, police, firefighter, EMS, search and rescue, some kind of first responder. But we also have what we call associate memberships, which were just available to anyone that wants to help. But I always encourage our associate members.
So I think we kind of lost him. I just to reiterate, he is in the flood zone in Texas, digging on people and helping people in homes. This is what the kind of the kind of hero that this man really is. Stuart, you're back.
I'm back.
We got most of it, I think, on the question. So not everybody can be an Oath Keeper. The requirement is to be a service.
First responder, yeah.
A first responder,
Yeah.
but
You
there
could be
is a
an
social
associate
membership as well, he mentioned.
Yeah, associate member. But even with them, I always said, hey, really become a full member by going and volunteering in your community. Once you've done that, then we'll make you a full member. That's what we told them.
And then you'll be followed around and looking over your shoulder because they put such a bad name on you guys,
Well, they put a bad name on all Trump supporters. That's what's ironic about it, is that the demonization, they jumped the shark. The demonization against us and President Trump, they spread to the entire MAGA movement. Remember Biden standing in front of Independence Hall, desecrating sacred ground with his old carcass. But he was standing there with a backlight of red, with Marines standing behind him, declaring that the MAGA movement is the greatest to democracy. That we're fascist and racist and all kinds of crazy nonsense. So they throw that label at everyone on the political right. So get used to it, guys. Just embrace it. I look at it as a badge of honor. The more they attack me, the more I know I'm over the target.
That's amazing. It really is, because I feel the same way. Ultra MAGA is how we live our life. I have no fear. We drive down the road, Stuart, with our van and our bus, make America great again. We have no fear, and that's the way we're going to go forward. You inspire us.
Amen, brother. Well, you inspire me too, brother. Hey, I got to come up there. Are you going to be at the gathering on August the 1st in Pittsburgh? You're going to be down there for Rob Moore's?
I would like to hear that. Pittsburgh's about an 8-hour run, and we are doing a lot of events where we're jumping out and getting involved. And if you're going to be in that, Stuart, I would like to consider that. We have to look at the calendar and what's happening, because we want the truth every single day. We don't want to waste our time with a fake story or a possibility. So we get the truth through Donald Trump Direct on Truth Social. We follow all kinds of social media
Trump
outlets.
Tracker is another good one if you have Trump Tracker.
So where do you get your truth from, Stuart? Can you answer me that? Where do you get your truth?
Well, good question. So, I surf Rumble. to listen to Alex Jones. I was on his show last week. I think Alex over the years has been about 95% right about everything. So he's a pretty good news source. But yeah, I just surf Rumble. You know, Ivan Rakelin's a good friend of mine. I follow his channel. So people that I know that are legit, that's who I follow, and you guys too, of course.
That's what I wanted to hear. You follow us over here. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, that's
there. You go. Yeah.
We made so many great friends.
Sometime with you guys.
We made so many great friends through this movement. If you can, stick around a little bit, we're going to have a break in about a minute and a half coming. But just for me to reiterate some of the things that Stuart Rhodes has done, you have also, Stuart, you have a degree from one of those Harvard University. Am I correct on that?
Actually, it's Yale Law School. I got my law degree from Yale University.
What an incredible thing to do. Now, did you tear that Yale University sticker up? What are you doing with that?
Don't hold it against me, guys. No, I think we should use their stamps of approval against them. I'm sure they regret giving me a law degree, but that's okay.
Did you use your law degree to protect yourself when you were in the jail? Did you defend yourself, or did you hire another attorney? We lost him. Right in a good question, too. I knew it was a good one. Here's what's surprising me about him, that he's done all of these great things, that he was able to accomplish it, and that our government was able to destroy his life. So do not think for 1 second that you are exempt.
Nope. And again, we see interference. A U.S. district judge who charged him, or I'm sorry, I shouldn't say charged, but who made the judgment, Mita, U.S. District Judge Mita, when she learned of his pardon, said that the prospect of a pardon for him would be frightening. I mean, this is terrible when they continue to opine, and he hadn't pled. So I applaud him. Applaud him for saying
We'll be right back, Lisa. Look at that clock.
The America First Ultra MAGA Store. For all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic America First retail store. The America First Ultra MAGA Store.
Are you a musician, comedian, actor, filmmaker, or artist who stands for traditional American values? Do you believe in the preservation of our nation, our culture, and our freedoms? If you share our passion for America and want to use your talents to make a difference, we want to hear from you. Our mission is clear. Through the arts, we uphold the principles of freedom, faith, family, and the American spirit. It's time to step up to the mic and make your voices heard. So contact us at AmericanConservativeArtists.com.
Good morning. It's me, Joe the Box, wearing my Border 911 hat signed by Tom Holman, Rodney Scott, and Sarah Carter. The country has had enough. The American Horror Story is over. Border 911. Tom Holman is coming through. My brother's son, my friends' children. We're done with it. 100,000 were lost lives every single year. God bless you, Tom.
The Queens Village Republican Club is America's oldest Republican club, founded in 1875. Situated in President Trump's hometown in Queens, New York, we are America First MAGA Republicans, empowering fellow Republicans to get involved in the game of politics at the grassroots level. We host inspiring monthly club meetings on the first Thursday of each month at 8 p.m. For more information, please go to our website at www.qvgop.org.
America First Warehouse was really the most patriotic venue that you can ever imagine. We wanted to build something for people to be able to come to and feel so comfortable and so relaxed, because there is nothing out there like it. We give an opportunity for people to really feel good about themselves and about this great country. The America First Warehouse. Oh, we're on live. I'm sorry. I can't help myself. That jingle just keeps it jingling in my head. We're back with Stuart Rhodes. Stuart Rhodes, the great American patriot, Air Force trooper, worked in Congress, graduated from Yale University, and the government took everything away from him. The government took everything he had away, locked him up, put him away for being a great American. We're going to help Stuart Rhodes, and we're going to try and put it up on the screen. He has a Give, Send, Go account, which we can help him. Tell us what it is right now, and we'll do it again at the end of the segment.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, my Give, Send, Go is GAF5B. So phonetically, that's Golf Alpha Foxtrot 5 Bravo, GAF5B. I'd appreciate that. I mean, I'm running on my own dime, on my own time down there for 3 weeks, helping people, and so I could appreciate this. I could use the support. Thank you very much.
Well, we want to help you. Now, Lisa, you got something hot. Tell us what's going on.
No, Stuart, honestly, what took place is truly fascinating. So you're someone who served our country. You also received a law degree from Yale. Very impressive. And you formed this Oath Keepers, which you say yourself is frontline workers and civil servants who serve communities. You were not even at the Capitol at the time, and however, you were convicted of seditious conspiracy, sentenced to 18 years. It's true what Joe says. They attempted to take everything away from you as a threat. You come out, you continue to serve your community. You don't skip a beat. How has your transition after all of this been? Can you give us some details about returning after this? Oh, he's frozen.
Stuart.
Might have been a long
I'm
question.
I'm back. I lost you after you said I was not at the. I was at the Capitol, but I did not go inside. We were there to do security for 2 permitted events on Capitol grounds. That's why we were there, and that's no good deed goes unpunished under the Biden regime. So they demonized us and tried to use us as the poster boys for their fake narrative of a fake insurrection.
Lisa wanted to know how you made your transition.
So you come back out, and how have you picked up the pieces?
Just going back to work, helping other people. That's the best thing you can do. I was talking to a 10th Mountain Division veteran that was here with us as a volunteer, and he had said that he was starting to spiral, down into the depths of where guys go and then wind up committing suicide. And he said that coming out here was the best thing for him, because when you're focused on helping other people, it takes your mind off of your own problems and you get out of your own head. So it's really the best thing for veterans to do. And unfortunately, one of his buddies who was had become a ranger had just committed suicide while he was here working. This 10th Mountain Division guy got word that his buddy had shot himself. So yeah, it's really important for veterans. I encourage all my brethren veterans that best thing you can do for yourself and your brothers is to get your brother and say, let's go. You got a mission. You still have a purpose, you still have a mission. And that's what they need to know, is that this society, oftentimes when they come back from service, they don't feel like they have a place, but they have a place in first response, for sure. Absolutely.
Amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I'm blown away. Kevin, now he was allegedly in the Capitol on January 6th, allegedly. But the Oath Keepers really protected us, and they also protected the Capitol Police. Are you aware of that, Kevin?
Absolutely. I actually thanked some guys for keeping the peace, because we all know Antifa was there looking to start trouble in their non-binary panties. And I think it was some Proud Boys. I said, hey, thanks for keeping the peace. I saw you guys. Oh, yeah, cool. No problem, man. So I appreciate what you guys are doing. We need people like you at these places. I've been to so many rallies where the Antifa Sallies show up, and they, what they do? They look for the 1 or 2 Trumpers walking by. They want to jump on those two. They never want to have a fair fight or anything like that. So as someone who is allegedly there, I just want to say thanks for everything you did. And I hate that that Biden king, that tyrant came after you in the way he did. I think that's appalling. Do you think Trump can get rid of all the deep state, all the morons in the DOJ and the FBI in the 3.5 years he's got left?
One thing I want to say is, first off, Proud Boys and Oath Keepers, many times we worked together across the country. And that's why the left hated both organizations, because we would shut down their street terrorists and Antifa. They could not get past us to terrorize people that we were protecting. So I just wanted to put the props out there to Proud Boys. That's why we were both singled out.
He was on his roll, and I want to just jump in because I know that the Oath Keep is now working with the Proud Boys, because that was really going to be one of my questions that I had for him, because Enrique Otario was also the leader of the Proud Boys, and he was arrested. So you're back. We were talking about combining forces, the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers, and that's something that you say you already do.
We did that many times over the years, absolutely. Starting in Berkeley, downtown Berkeley, we protected 2 free speech rallies after we had seen on a live stream of the police just standing back and letting Antifa attack people in the park and not doing anything. We stepped in, and the next 2 times there was an event there, we protected it, and the Proud Boys were there with us, working with us, absolutely.
I'd be worried about putting myself on the line again. You know, if you spend any time like you did in the Hooskow over there, why would you want to go back there again? And how are you going to stop the protesters without being physical?
Well, I mean, we deterred them. And all the years we did security all over the country for Trump supporters, and in Washington, D.C. 9 times before January 6th. And all of that, we never had to actually use force. Never punched anybody, kicked them, or use a baton or anything. Pepper spray, nothing. Because Antifa didn't want to close on us. They were afraid of us. So we were very successful in deterring them without actually having to do anything, just being there.
Just intimidating them, because they try to do that to us, you know.
How about a chest bump or something like that? You know, when they come up close, your chest bump, like that Congresswoman did.
Who's supposed to go up pretty soon in front of the Alina Habba, because she's still the state attorney. So hopefully good stuff.
No chest bumping, huh? Let's do it.
No, our guys we told our guys, be quiet professionals, be stone-faced. And that's actually, to me, more effective, because they can't get a rise out of you. They're trying to get a feedback. They're yelling and screaming, and we just stand there like we just don't care. And that kind of screws with their heads, you know.
Yeah, you got to have a special head for that guy. You know, my son in the Marine Corps for 6 years, and I'm on one of my America First warehouse trucks, and a lady coming over screaming and yelling at me, and I'm getting ready to roll that window down. My son, I'm like, Dad, don't say a word. It pisses him off even more.
Oh, yeah, exactly right. You're right. He's right.
Well, I had a lot to say, though.
Well, I got to tell you, there's somebody that we locked in Studio 6C. His name is Fred Rubino, and I know he's working on something. He's locked in a small room, Stuart. I know you can relate to small rooms.
Let me tell you, the Oath Keepers are an inspiration. Much like the America First warehouse is an inspiration. In fact, they've inspired spin-offs. I don't know if everybody knows this. Joe Biden has started the Day Sleepers. That's his organization. Kamala Harris has started the Nonsense Speakers, which is a spin-off. And now Hamas has started the Goat Keepers. Because they love a good goat over there. But hats off to you guys. We love you.
God bless, brother. Appreciate you.
That is fantastic. Lock that door. Keep him locked back there.
Wait, he won't be late next Tuesday if you keep him there.
Stuart, we can't tell you how much we love you. I want to go over that Give, Send, Go one more time. I don't know if the newsroom up there can put it across. We're going to put it on our website. Give it to us like it is, your Give, Send, Go account.
You bet. It's GAF5B. That's Golf Alpha Foxtrot 5 Bravo.
Alpha Foxtrot, man. I like that stuff. And I bet you know I had given him the time to be on. I should have gave it to you in military time.
That was a long time ago. But I still remember my phonetic alphabet, though. Absolutely.
Stuart Rhodes, you are an honor to have you. You're a patriot. We love you at the warehouse. We're going to help you any way I can. Promise we stay in touch, and we think about the first if that could happen. And certainly Jenny McComb and Gary McBride with you down in that road home. God bless you. Thank you very much, and come back again real soon.
Yeah. I'll come back in studio with you guys. We can have a good interview next time.
I would like that very
That's what
much.
you
I'll
wanna
help
be
you do
cutting
that.
out.
We were
But
close.
he was amazing. I seen him the night he got out. I couldn't even imagine how you felt to have your freedom, or even take a hot shower and sleep in a good bed. And then the next
was a
day, I was
blessing.
watching one of the Senate hearings, and there you were, right in the front row. I go, holy shit, man! This guy's all over the place.
Yeah, I dove right back into the fight and pissed my
Yeah.
judge off. He tried to ban me from D.C. because I went down there and was advocating for my brothers that were still in prison, and he didn't want me in the Capitol. He tried to ban me from the Capitol. I don't know if you knew about that. But yeah, Judge Mehta issued an order banning all the Oath Keeper defendants from being able to come back into Washington, D.C., but that didn't last long. So
You know, Stuart, we got about a minute and a half left, and I do want to end this show beautifully with you on great notes. I think God is working very strongly in our whole movement. The one nation under God is coming back so strongly. So my thing is, are you still friendly, or did you meet all of the J6s? Would the J6s group be part of the Oath Keepers? I mean, have you thought about organizing? Do you know my friend Shane Jenkins? Do you know my friend Sarah Maccabee, who have a television show here at the warehouse, the Prison Reform? Are you in touch with all of them, and can we help you stay in touch with them?
absolutely, I'm going to be seeing a lot of them up in Pittsburgh on August 1st for our little gathering there. But yes, absolutely, we all keep in touch and we help each other. Absolutely.
We love you, brother. So now we know August 1st is a big event in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Kevin maybe can get out there and do a show.
Sounds good. Yeah.
And
I think it's
20
invite
seconds.
only.
Give me the Give, Send, Go one more time.
Yeah, givesendgo.com/GAF5B. GAF5B. That's Golf Alpha Foxtrot 5 Bravo.
How can you forget
And
that?
keeps-
God
that
bless
keeps
you.
me going.
God bless
You bet,
America,
brother.
and God bless that Donald Trump, man.
Amen.
Amen.